Hello everyone, Coach Dave here, and welcome to this week's FIA race track guide. There's actually going to be two this week, but we're going to be starting with Saturday's race, and then tomorrow I'll release Sunday's race. We're at Sardegna. I wanted to keep these track guides a little bit more snappy, so let's get straight into the lap. I'm in the Nissan GTR Group 3 car, and I'm on the racing medium tires. Starting the lap, maximize the exits of the pit lane in order to gain some acceleration and head down the straight. You can minimize distance covered here by just cutting the track just slightly, and then start to look at the shadows just after the 100 meter board where you break down to second gear. If you need to use first just to get a little bit of rotation, do it very quickly. Get on the power as soon as you can through there. That's a corner where you have to carry as much speed as possible. And then heading now down to a really quick left-hander, which is a little bit downhill and off camber, so turn in earlier than you think. You have to get on the curb, then maximize that curb on the exit, then immediately look to the wall on the inside so you can clip the first apex, go around the wall on the right, run some tight lines here. And the key thing to this lap is how you take this hairpin. You enter it in the middle of the track, and then you have to get an apex there somewhere and get the car pointed as straight as possible at the apex so that you can get on the power as soon as possible to extend your straight. We're now going to switch to the outside view so you can see the track positioning a little bit, and again the same rules will apply. So maximizing the pit exit to gain some acceleration, heading down the straight. You want to look at the shadow that is just after the 100 meter board. That's my braking reference. So as I pass the 100 meters I start to brake, and you want to carry the speed through there. If you can get a tighter apex, even better. You'll go even quicker. The faster you go through that corner, the better. It's not one of those classic corners which I talk about where you have to overslow the car. Here, braking just as the grass ends on the right and the gravel begins, clipping the apex on the inside, the apex curve. You can maximize the exit there, it doesn't seem to affect grip. And then it's so important that you start to look at that left-hander's wall, otherwise you're going to start hitting walls on the outside. So where you look on this track is very important. And then overslow here, this is where you can overslow the car because you want to get it straight for the exit. Finally, we'll switch to the onboard view with the steering wheel so you can see some steering movements, even though you may have seen that in the first clip with me driving. And the rules will apply again. With this car you can really rev it out. I was running, I think, +1 on the brake balance, so a little bit to the rear to get some rotation. This is a big heavy car, but it's fast around here because it has really good top speed. You'll have to see how it manages in the race. I would recommend watching one of the other guys, one of the other top guys who do live streaming before diving in, and definitely do some practice in an open lobby which has the tire wear and fuel settings set. But apply these rules to the track when you go around and you should have a pretty decent time. Let's just focus again on the last corner. When you go through this right-hander, you can lift slightly so that you stay in the middle of the track and then start to brake as the curve ends on the right. And again, overslow the car a little bit so you can get it pointed straight towards the exit. And there is your track guide for Saturday's FIA race around Sardegna Road Track C. Fun little track. The racing is going to be tough, but I hope you enjoy it. Good luck. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you around the next lap. Peace.